Hey guys, it's Neil again from Heart of Texas Armory, and today I wanted to do a video unboxing of this watch you see here, which is a Shark Army Quartz Watch. So I literally just opened this thing. I just got it in from the from the mailbox here. It just was delivered today. So I've had this thing out of the box for approximately 5 minutes now. So this is going to be some initial impressions of this watch, as well as kind of what you get in the box. So here's the box that you get. So it's going to be in a nice little cardboard box, nothing fancy. With the name right there, Shark Army. And then on the back here, it does have some warranty information. So every watch does come with a 1-year warranty, which is nice. Now, this watch, I paid $19 from Amazon, shipped to my business here. So only $19 for this watch. So I wasn't really expecting much. And there are some things that I like about it and some things I don't. We'll go over that here in just a second. But inside the box, you'll get, they give you a sticker, which is nice. And of course, the watch had this little protective plastic on it with these little plastic stoppers to prevent the crown from popping in to start the movement so your battery stays fresh. And I already removed that. There's the stickers that it comes with, 2 of them. So that's a nice touch. And then here's the warranty card. We'll quickly look at that. So instruction manual here. I'm sorry, not warranty, instruction manual. So we'll open it up here on this side. There's some different languages. And then here's your instructions on how to use the watch. So you can pause this and read that if you want. It should be pretty self-explanatory with it. And then on the back here, they've got Facebook page, a website. Looks like they have an office in Las Vegas. There's a telephone number for you if you want to contact them. And copyright 2016. So we'll get that out of the way and we'll look at the watches, which is what we're here for. So let me refocus my camera real quick. And again, I've had this thing for probably 5 minutes now, so I haven't even really looked at it very carefully. But overall, my initial impressions are there's some things I really like and some things I really don't like. One of the things I do like about it is just the overall look of it. This watch, any of you watch guys are going to know that this is basically a clone, cheap clone of a Seiko SKX. So you've got the dive watch look, you've got a crown at 4 o'clock here. Just looks like a SKX, which is why I ordered this, because I really love the design of the SKX, and this was only $20. So that's why I decided to go ahead and just order to see what this brand offers. So let me bring in up a little closer here, and we'll look at some of the things I do like, which is the overall design of it. Look at the dial. It's actually a pretty cool looking dial. It's like a kind of a graphite black color. It's not real dark, but it looks nice. You'll see the logo there, Shark Army. It's applied. You have applied embassies. I'm not sure if they're loomed. If they are loomed, I'll let you know. I'll have a pop-up popping up right now letting you know that, and I'll provide a loom shot just in case it is loomed. I'm not really expecting it to be, but it might be, and if it is, you'll see that right now. You'll see that it has a red inner bezel, which looks pretty nice. This adds depth to the dial, as well as those rings kind of around the outside of the main dial there. That's a nice touch. Just gives it more depth. So the dial is not bad. It looks fairly good. So let me continue looking at the watch here, and we'll flip it over and look at the case. And there's a signed crown, which is nice. I was not expecting that. It looks like there's some type of lacquer or something on there, or plastic. I'll pop that off later. So the side of the case is like a brushed finish. Your bezel, I should mention, which is, it looks like it has some type of aluminum insert. It is non-operational, so this bezel does not rotate. So non-functional bezel. Again, I was not expecting that at this price point, but I do want to mention that the bezel does not rotate either direction. It is machined into the body of the case. The case back looks decent enough. So you've got some engraving here, which we'll go over. Looks to be a screw-down case back, but it may not be. It just may be a faux screw-down. I'll have to look at that. Maybe it's just a pop-in, pressed-in case back. I'll look at that later, because the crown is not a screw down. This is a pop in and out, like a cheap quartz movement. So let's look at the engraving here. So what does it say? Stainless steel back, water resistant 3 ATM. So this thing is only rated for, you know, light splashes. You don't want to go swimming with this watch. Even though it looks like a dive watch, this is definitely not a dive watch. Mineral crystal, which is nice, and Japanese movement. I was actually not even expecting it to be a Japanese movement, and I just noticed down there at the bottom it does say it on the dial to Japan movement. So that's a nice touch. I was not expecting that. I thought it would be a Chinese quartz movement. Although some of the Chinese quartz movements are actually pretty good and accurate, of course, but it's nice that it does have a Japanese movement in it. And it's nice it has that mineral crystal. So those are some of the things I like about this watch. Now, things I don't like is this band, this little silicone cheap band, which it's not a big deal. I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't like it. I haven't even tried it on yet, but it just doesn't feel good. Look at this. They didn't even drill the holes. So those holes are plugged. So you have to actually pop those out or use, you know, this to poke those out. I mean, that's a bad touch. So you can see there's no light going through it. You can't even see my hand, so that's weird. But it's not a big deal because I was going to put this on a NATO strap anyway, so I'm not concerned about that. Now let's check the time here. So it says today's the 20th on the watch here, and according to my watch, which is a Vostok, it is the 5th, and it is 2:30. So let's go ahead and adjust those. So let's pop this out to the first position. And which way okay, so we rotate it clockwise to change the dates. So let's go ahead and get that to the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I want to rotate the time around to slip it to the 5th. And then we'll pop it out one more time, which it does have a pretty good detents there. And we will rotate this around until we get to the 5th, so right there. And let's get it to 2:30. Now, I will mention it is very gritty. I don't even know, y'all might be able to hear that. Let me bring this up close and just be quiet for a minute. Very gritty, so that feels horrible. So that's a big negative. Again, this is a quartz watch, so you shouldn't have to change your time too often. So let's just put it right there, 2:30 basically, and pop it back in, and hopefully the movement will start right back up. And it does. So we've got the time and date set. So that movement, I'm sure it's accurate enough, and I'll have when I do the full review for this watch, I will post what type of accuracy I'm getting. But that adjustment of the time feels very gritty and really bad. That's the worst feeling I've ever felt setting the time. Changing the date wasn't too bad. It was just in the time, very, very gritty. But so that's overall what I think about this watch, the initial impressions. I mean, overall, it's not bad for the money. Again, I paid $20 for this, and it's going to be a beater watch for me. So that's why I bought it, is to basically beat it up so I don't beat up something like my Vostok here. I like that it does have the mineral crystal. And quickly, before I end this, let me just get the dimensions of this. So let me turn on my deal here and zero it out. Okay. So case, you're looking at, whoops, I'm in inches. Let me switch that back to millimeters here, or what we're used to. There we go. All right, so we're looking at about 42 millimeter case, not including the crown. And what about the lug to lug here? You're looking at, whoops, 22. So 22 millimeter lugs on that. So that's nice. I'm gonna obviously put a NATO strap on this, and I'll be using this as just a beater watch. You know, when I don't want to beat up my nicer watches, I'll be wearing this. So that was the whole purpose of it. But anyways, I will be doing a review of this watch after I wear it for a week or two, and let you guys know what I think about it, if it's reliable, if it's worth the money, and so on. So, but anyways, this is just a unboxing of this, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments on this, leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Y'all guys take care. I'll catch you on the next one.